Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. It's Sunny here, and today we're going to be doing a how I came out story time. Before we begin, make sure you have your snacks, your drinks, anything you need, and get comfortable. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit the bell to get up to date with every time I post so you don't miss a video like this. So let's take it back to when I was in high school. I'm going to give you the lead up all the way until I actually fully was comfortable in my own skin. Do you know what I mean? When I was in high school, I feel like I knew I was gay when I was like, probably like year 9. But like, because I feel like when you're like younger, like no one's really thinking, like you're not really thinking about that. Do you know what I mean? Then when you get to high school, it's like, you start thinking about shit like that. But I'd never say year 9, but it was like, I didn't really think of it, like it wasn't really like a big thing to me. Like I was just like, whatever, because I didn't really care. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like I was in that stage where like you think you're bisexual, but like you really not. Do you know what I mean? But you kind of have to ease your way into it. That's exactly what I did. So I was in high school, and it got to like year 11. Two or three girls that I was close to, and I basically told them, listen, I feel like I'm bi, like I feel like I like both, like I hope you don't mind, like I hope you don't judge, whatever. And they were like, oh my god, like love that. Like they were so supportive, everything. But obviously I didn't want to come out in high school because it just would have been terrible. Do you know what I mean? Like I was already getting called it, so it's like, why would I now confirm just for you guys to continue to bully? Do you know what I mean? So that's why I didn't come out in high school, because it was just not cute. Even though like everyone really knew, everyone kind of knew, but like I was just like, it's my business, you know what I mean? Once I told the girls that I was bi, they were like, oh my god, that's so good, like da. And then they said they weren't going to say anything because I didn't want like the whole year group to know, because it just would have been not nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, not embarrassing because it's nothing to be ashamed of, but like, you know what high school's like. Do you know what I mean? So I tried to avoid that at all costs. But yeah, that was the first time I truly came to terms with it and like told someone that I was bi, even though I knew I was gay, but it was just to like ease into it. So that was like a big thing for me. Do you know what I mean? And then I went to college. When I went to college was when I met like really nice people. Like everyone was different. Like there was like gay people in our class, like there was like bi people, like people from all different backgrounds, and I just felt like it was the right time to just be myself and just express myself. So my best friend, who I'm still best friends with today, I told her, listen, I'm bi, in like this long text message. She was like, oh my god, like do not worry, like I don't care. Like she was basically saying she's gonna support me all the way. Like she doesn't judge, she doesn't care, like she's an ally. Do you know what I mean? So that was cute of her as well. But yeah, once I was in college, I was like, oh my god, I can be myself. Like I was literally like, could wear what I want, I could do what I want, I could like act how I wanted to act, like, because when you're in high school, you're kind of like overshadowed. You're like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you can't be yourself because like everyone in high school is judgy as fuck. So yeah, and it wasn't like a recurring question. Like in college, no one cared what you were, so I felt like that made it even more better because I didn't have to explain myself. I was just the baddest bitch. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Period. When I was at college, I was working like a part-time job on the weekend, and I was really close to the manager there, which is also my best friend as well. I know she's watching right now. Hey ho. We clicked straight away, and she was like, listen, I knew you were fruity before you even had to tell me. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's the kind of banter me and her have. So like, once we built the friendship, it was like funny. So I remember I told her literally behind the till whilst working, and because we were talking about guys and we were talking about everything else. And then I feel like that was the first time I was like, no, like, I don't know if I'm bi, if I'm gay kind of situation. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I told her I was bi, and then she was like, no, you're gay. Told her, and then she didn't care. She was like, I knew you was a flipping queen. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's another ally. I was kind of just slowly starting to tell people because I was starting to feel more comfortable and stuff like that. So once I told my two best friends, I was like, okay, I think it's time to tell my mum and like my sister and like my family. But I didn't want to make it this whole big deal because I don't like all attention on me at all. Like, I really don't like that. It wasn't a kind of thing where like, oh, it's time to tell them. Like, I feel like they already knew, they already guessed anyway. Like, I remember the exact time. It was actually on my sister's, I think it was my sister's birthday meal, and it was actually just me, my mum and my sister because my other family members were busy. And I remember it was like, we were just talking in conversation, we were sitting like this like restaurant bar thing, and it just came up and it was like, oh, like, it's like, do you think you could like both? This is the time when I was in the denial stage still of bi. And then I was like, yeah, like I think I like both, and they're like, yeah, that's okay, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like, so once I said that, it was like nothing. Like, I was like, oh, like it's cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though I knew it was gonna be cool because I felt like I didn't have to say anything. Like, I felt like they already knew. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want any type of pressure. So I was like, yeah, I think I like both. And then they would ask me like what your type is, and I was like, really? Then fast forward to my birthday. I think it was like only a couple weeks later, if my memory is correct, because it wasn't like a whole big thing, guys. Like, it was really simple, not gonna lie. So I think it was like a couple weeks later, it was my birthday, and then again it was like my 18th, I think, and like I was a bit drunk.
Here we go, cute face ass fat. Jump in my jeans, jump in my bag.
And I just remember saying, I was a bit drunk, I had like a couple shots, a couple cocktails, and I just remember blurting it out. I was like, I think I'm just gay. Like, I just like men, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? So I said it, and then like, this was like when my mum and my two sisters were there. So I said it, and it was just like, cool. So yeah, I was drunk. I don't even remember saying it really on my birthday, but I just remember being drunk, and I just remember saying, I think I'm gay. I like men. It is what it is. Like, and it was just like a funny conversation. I just remember laughing the whole time. Like, how funny is that? And then once I finally came out, like, to my mum and stuff on my birthday, like, she was like, oh, that's so nice. Like, she was so supportive, gave me a hug, all of that stuff. So yeah, it was quite a good coming out story, not gonna lie, because everyone was so supportive, obviously, which I knew they were gonna be anyway. I was like to my mum, can you tell like the rest of the family, because I don't want to tell the rest of the family, not because they were gonna judge, only because I didn't want all these like messages, oh my god, and just for all the attention to be on me. Like, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So my mum was like, yeah, I'll do that, so that was basically it. Like, there wasn't much to it. The denial phase, anyone out there who is in the denial phase of if you're like bi or gay, I feel like a lot of gay people do it. Like, we come out as bi first to like ease into it. My family was really supportive, so it wasn't really a big deal for me, to be honest. It would have been nice to come out in high school, you know what I mean, to like actually breathe and like live in my own skin and like be who I want to be, but I couldn't do that because of the people in high school. I had to like watch my surroundings and be like, yeah, I cannot come out here. Like, once I left, went to college, yeah, totally could, because it was like no one cared. I could be who I wanted to be and whatever. But you guys are probably wondering, why didn't you tell your family first or your friends? Only because I felt like it was just a lot of like pressure to like make it a big deal, and I didn't want to make it a big deal. Half the time when I would tell my friends, it would be in a passing comment. I didn't want the whole like letter or like announcement, like the whole announcement thing. I just didn't want that. I just wanted to be me. The fact that I came out to my family drunk kind of sums it up. As I met new people, it was like they just knew. And then like when they would be like, I was like comfortable to the point where when people would ask me, oh, are you gay? I'd be like, yeah, I am. Like, it is what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you get more comfortable. I feel like once you've told like your main best friends and then your family and stuff, then like you become so comfortable, like it doesn't even matter. And then I feel like after that point, I just flew off. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like after that I got so much more confident. Like, I didn't really care what people thought. Like, I just became me. And anyone out there who is thinking of coming out but doesn't know how to do it, like, trust me, you can do it. It's not as bad as you think it is. But obviously I know it's harder for others. But that is the end of the story time. Like I said, there wasn't really much to it because I didn't want the whole big deal thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more story times, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.